Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Welcome to the Talking with the Experts Online Business Summit.
Hello and welcome to the May 2025 Talking with the Experts Online Business Summit, where innovative business owners and industry leaders come together to share insights and their strategies and some success stories. This online event is designed for entrepreneurs who are eager to learn, connect and grow their businesses. Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting out, this summit offers a wealth of knowledge from experts across various industries. Gain actionable strategies, discover the latest business trends, and learn how to overcome challenges in today's dynamic marketplace. My next guest is Sabrina Osso. Now, Sabrina has been a guest on Talking with the Experts podcast a couple of times. I've always enjoyed bringing her on, and we talk about how safety in the home is such an important element. Whether you own your home or you're renting, I think more times often that she speaks about people that are renting homes, but it's always a delight to have her on. Now we're going to be talking about respect must become a required standard for all homes to be safe. And Sabrina is the founder and CEO of Osso Safe. Feel safe where you live, learn, work, and play. She is a TEDx speaker, author, and real estate agent on creating and maintaining respect in homes, workplaces, and schools. Sabrina's personal and professional experience with the subject allows her to bring a unique and holistic approach as a solution. She is also a professional dancer and teacher who uses her performance abilities to educate on the subject. The Women's Federation of World Peace awarded Sabrina in March 2024 her Story Award for her commitment to protecting children from home violence and encouraging positive relationships at home. As a real estate agent, Sabrina is bridging the real estate industry with Osso Safe. And I must say, my passion project, Healing Through Love, is also been nominated for an award for the Women's Federation for World Peace, which is coming up later on this month. And I'm looking forward to my partner, Charlene Lynch, my co-founder, will be attending that event, and so I'm looking forward to the outcome of that. Sabrina, welcome to the summit today, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say about safety in the workplace, safety in the home. Beg your pardon.
That's okay. Thank you so much, Rose. This was so great. I'm glad I came on early just to catch some of the presenters. I want to thank you for this opportunity, and the other presenters. I've already learned a lot, so thank you so much. And I just want to start with breathing. If we can, whoever's on the call, just to breathe, it anchors us to the present moment, and it kind of ties into your first speaker. I believe her name was Kathy, and it's something that I'm practicing myself. So, and I do it for myself. So, if we could just take just some breaths, 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe in and out, breathe in and out. And this one, just hold it at the top. 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe in and hold it and let it all out. And the idea behind this is not to think about the past, not to think about the future, just to anchor yourself to the present moment. I am a survivor of violence. My father beat my mother on a regular basis. My mother would beat me. So I know firsthand how difficult and traumatic it is to live in that type of environment. It's like your life is being stolen, really. That's what it boils down to. Your life is just being stolen. And so I thought long and hard about what it is that I needed growing up. What would have helped me? And in creating my business, along with a business coach that really helped me, he asked some very deep questions, and it boils down to this. respect is the key ingredient to a safe home, to a loving home, if you will, where there is no abuse, no violence, no chaos, no dysfunction. So we are making respect a required standard in all homes, in the real estate industry. So the focus is in the real estate industry through our core product, which is the Osso Safe certification for properties. I want to make clear that we're not a charity, we're not a nonprofit. We respect all of the charities and nonprofits that deal with domestic violence, but we don't even like to say domestic violence. We prefer to say home violence because it's more inclusive, and it kind of breaks the stigma that it's a woman's problem, and clearly it is not. And then secondly, domestic violence has such a stigma that all of the victims are female, and that's not true either. So we prefer to say home violence. Um, and also, we cannot solve this enormous problem of violence in the home, abuse in the home, by treating it as a charity. So we feel that it needs to be a paid service so that way it actually gets resolved. Um, Whether you live in a townhouse, a co-op, a condo, a single-family home, a multifamily dwelling, a two-family home, a villa, a mansion, a mobile home, a senior community, a dormitory, we want Osso Safe certification for properties to propagate over all those types of properties. But right now we are focusing on the path of least resistance, which is the landlord tenant portion of the industry, of the real estate industry. So we are saying to landlords, Mr. and Miss Landlord, hire us. We'll get your property Osso Safe certified. What does that mean? They purchase the Osso Safe Home Sweet Home package, and the package consists of a policy, a seminar, an app, and therapists assigned to the property. So just to give a brief description of all of those components, the policy basically states, I, as a landlord, I promise to provide you a safe space for you to live. You, in turn, as my tenant, you promise to not act in any way, shape, or form abusively. Otherwise, you, the abuser only, gets immediately evicted from the premises. And we go into full knowledge knowing that that would be the consequences. So there's no surprise. The second component is the seminar, the Osso Safe Home Sweet Home seminar. And we teach adults and children alike on facts, statistics, warning signs, definitions of abuse, the difference between abuse and discipline, what constitutes a good relationship, what are the warning signs of a bad relationship. Again, so that way you're not surprised. Oh, you can say in an Osso Safe certified property, I didn't know that if I pull my partner's hair, that constitutes abuse. Now you know. The third component is an app. I hired a software company according to my specifications. It detects violent like movements and captures them in real time, issuing alerts to the landlord. So let's say you have 10 units. Oh, wow, I just saw you beat the crap out of her in my unit 2, and you just beat the crap out of him in my unit 10. Well, this is grounds for eviction. You knew that this was going to happen. You are held to a higher regard, a higher standard in an Osso Safe certified property. You need to go because I have to protect all of my other tenants, all of my other residents, and I need to mitigate liability and maintain property reputation. And it also eliminates the he said, she said factor. It is being improved upon right now. We're making major adjustments and improvements on the app. Um, and then the fourth and final component are therapists assigned to the property. So you are required to check in with your therapist once a month. Is everything okay? Do you feel like anything is looming? Well, Mr. and Miss Therapist, just to give an example, our kid came home with bad grades. We help us through this. We don't know how to handle this. We're not going to verbally disparage our child. We know better than that. We're not going to attack our child, but help us through this because we don't know how to handle this. Maybe he's being bullied. Maybe there's a disconnect between teacher and student. Maybe he's preoccupied. So all of these components working together deems a property Osso Safe certified. Our logo, just like behind me, gets placed outside of the property. So that way, any vehicle or pedestrian traffic, they're looking for a place to live. Wow, I know what that logo means. It means that they make respect a required standard. I want to raise my kids in an Osso Safe certified property. If and when violence occurs, they have the mechanisms and systems in place to diminish it and even prevent it. So, all of these components working together, this is a much better approach. It's preventative versus waiting for an episode of violence to occur. Bad news travels fast, it makes everybody uncomfortable. And again, we're making respect a required standard in all homes. And we are flipping the script, Rose, in that instead of having like tenants where your respectful tenants leave, right? Because that's what usually happens. And then you're stuck with the abusive family or the abuser and the victims, if you will. Well, we are flipping all of that. Why should your respectful tenants leave? They get to stay, and then it's the abuser that has to go. So that's what we mean by flipping the script. I want to say that children are at the core of what we do. I can't stress that enough. Um, Children, we are giving them voice and choice with our Osso Safe certifications, if you will, when it comes to their home life. Um, we use our children's book as a staple in all Osso Safe certified properties. The title of the book, excuse me, is Home Safe Home for You and Me. And we use the book to explain to children that you can use your voice. Let's say that you're not safe with mom, dad, stepmom, stepdad. You're not safe with anybody. In the book, we explain the difference between respect and disrespect, abuse and non abuse. And I explain in the book that know that for the moment, which means right now, you are safe. To kind of plant that seed in children's psyche, to just think of the present moment. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future. And we trust our children. We are giving them voice and choice, and we are explaining to them, like in the book, who makes you feel safe. And if they're not ready to say at that moment, that's okay. We meet them where they're at. But let's say, okay, you're safe with mom and dad, fine. But let's say you're not safe with them. Who are you safe with? Is it an aunt, an uncle, a grandparent, a close family friend? So we are introducing to all children the Osso Safe Kids Cheer. And it goes like this. I want to live where I am Osso Safe, and I am Osso Safe with, and they get to fill in the blank. Is it an aunt, an uncle, a grandparent, a close family friend? To kind of plant that seed, and to explain to them that it's okay. It's not your fault if mom and dad are fighting, stepmom and stepdad. Maybe they're attacking you. It's not your fault. You're not alone. And I also explain in the book that you know who makes you feel safe and free and respected and good. You kids know. So we are planting the seed that we trust you. We know that this is difficult. So we are giving them voice and choice. And I also want to say that if there is no one in their lives at the moment that they can run to, we say to them, please be patient. We're working as fast as we can. But if you have somebody, speak out. Speak out, and we're giving them the space to do so. In Osso Safe certified properties, we do not wait until the children are 18 years of age, quite frankly, to wait until they are that advanced in age, it's too late. Children will resort to drugs, alcohol. They will resort to gang-related activity. They will get involved with the wrong people, the wrong friendships, the wrong relationships. They will resort to self-harm and ultimately commit suicide. Why? When you can nip it in the bud and get them to safety when they are teeny tiny, because they know who make them feel safe, and we trust that. No courts would be needed in an Osso Safe certified property. Everything gets resolved right in the home. And I have to say, the courts, I'm in America. I'm in the United States. They are horrific. And I say this with confidence. I have personal and professional experience, so I know what I'm talking about, especially Child Protective Service agencies and judges' horrible rulings. 5 children a day are killed in the United States by an abusive parent or an abusive step parent, usually under the watch of a child protective service agency and the courts and the judges. Um, and uh, there's no need for that. We're saying at Osso Safe, there's no need for that. In an Osso Safe certified property, police do get called. Let's say if an abuser refuses to leave, then police get called. But everything that we have is documented, it is copywritten, trademarked. So you are held to that because you signed the documents. So there is no surprise, and that is what backs you up. Um, I want to give some tools to property managers that manage properties, and I want to say to them, if they're on the call and beyond, you are involved by default. We get a little bit of pushback by the property managers. Oh, I don't want to ruffle any feathers, rock any boats. We are here to tell you that the feathers are already ruffled and the boats are already rocked. So it is in your best interest to not turn a blind eye. So some tools to give to property managers is document. You see anything, you hear anything, document it. It will help the police and it will protect you. The second tool is say you're sorry to the abusive household. I'm so sorry that you're going through this. This must be so difficult, and I just want you to know that I am sorry that you're going through this. The third tool is have a list of therapists in the area to give to as many people in the household as possible. And there are websites like BetterHelp, excuse me, Talkspace and Headway. So that way you are planting the seed that, look, things are not okay in this household. There's verbal, physical, sexual abuse going on. You need help. So you arm yourself with therapists that you could give them. And the fourth tool is don't ignore the kids. Talk to them. You could talk to them privately or even in the presence of the abusive parents, abusive step parents. They're not going to like it, but as long as you plant that seed and even say to them, do you have somebody that's willing to take you in? Maybe an aunt, an uncle, a grandparent, a close family friend. And if they say yes, well, then you can help them get them there. And if they say no, you could say, look, please be patient. Osso Safe is working as fast as they can. So don't ignore those children. It'll go a long way. I wish I had somebody to say that to me growing up. Um, and I would say just obviously hire us. We'll get your property also safe certified. Let us deal with the uncomfortable situations. We are equipped to do so. I want to discuss in this segment, and this is very, I mean, everything that I'm saying I feel is very poignant, but this next part is it needs to be discussed, and it's about pornography and BDSM and sex trafficking. BDSM stands for bondage, domination, sadism, and masochism. And a lot of children are being exposed to pornography. The US is the biggest producer and consumer of pornography in the world. Two reposts that I made on my social media is this, and they're very, they really, they're very educational. One of them is pornography is the marketing department for the sex trafficking industry. And most adults in the sex industry first enter it as children, which means that people have been talking, at least in the States, about the sex industry, sex industry. No child wants to enter the sex industry. It is forced upon them. They are threatened. They are abused and they are groomed into that industry. So it's not like they want to be uh, prostituted or trafficked. This is all forced on them. So I want to make that clear. Both men and women can be perpetrators. I can't stress that enough because a lot of people think that the men are the perpetrators, 10 out of 10 cases, but that is not true. There are plenty of women that are sex abusers. And BDSMers are primarily women doing the sex abusing. They are on camera. They do convulsing, revolting, disturbing things on and off camera. And I cannot stress this enough. They pose as upstanding citizens. Meanwhile, they are part of our societies, communities, neighborhoods, but they are dangerous and they will stop at nothing to get what they want. I'm talking about the women. The glamorous title is a financial dominatrix, and they could be part of your PTA here in the States. We have the Parent Teacher Association. They could be part of your PTA. They could live across the street, next door to you, upstairs. And these women are dangerous. They will prey on submissive men, and these men can have children and they could be married or dating and they move in with each other and the household is full of verbal, physical, sexual abuse, violence, abuse, chaos, dysfunction. And here, I think in the world, but here in the States, it's legal. BDSM is legal and it needs to be made illegal because they are the sex traffickers of our communities. I've been making it a point to educate the public on this because many people don't know. And like I said, women fly under the radar because they think women are always the victim. Yes, they are many times, but I could tell you these women that do BDSM, I mean the acronym alone is toxic. Bondage, domination, sadism, masochism. No adult should be near that, let alone a child. So, and these women rope these men in with their children, and it is instant grooming of the children. And it is, like I said, a recipe for disaster. Have these conversations with your children early on. Do not wait until they are in their teen years because if you don't, they will listen to their peers, and their peers could influence them to be involved in pornography, BDSM, sex trafficking. So have these conversations with your children from when they are teeny tiny, and you can explain to them, I want you to be in good relationships, in healthy relationships. So anybody that tells you, well, why don't I choke you during sex? Or why don't I abuse you a little bit? They're being brainwashed. So if you, as the parent, provided that you are a safe parent, a respectful parent, you teach them this is not what I want for you. I want you to be in a good relationship. Then you are arming them where they don't even allow themselves to be involved with people that are doing pornography, BDSM, verbal, physical, sexual abuse, any combination. I want to give examples of a good relationship and examples of a bad relationship. A bad relationship, there's constant fear. You're walking on eggshells. Um, Financial constraints. Well, I paid for you. I paid for dinner. I paid for lunch. I pay all the bills. Well, now you owe me. That is a sign of a bad relationship. Ridiculous rules. How come the towels are not in order? I thought I told you to go pick up the kids at 3 o'clock. I don't care that you're at work. Why didn't you take out the garbage at 7 o'clock? I mean, ridiculous rules. Uh, Abusive parents, abusive people will use children as weapons. This is a big one, and they are masters at it. And the children suffer tremendously, and it is just evil, to say the least, to do this to your children. These are examples of bad relationships. Humiliation, you're being made to feel inferior. You have no freedom. Verbal, physical, sexual abuse, pornography, BDSM, I explained, gaslighting, mind games. You didn't get a black eye because I punched you. You hit your face on the wall, on the furniture. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. That's an example of gaslighting, mind games. Examples of good relationships. You are heard. Patience is practiced. You feel understood. You are educated versus fearful. And something that we go over in our seminars, the difference between abuse and discipline. Abuse instills fear, and discipline instills education. There is a big difference there. You have choice in a good relationship, an Osso Safe household. You have freedom. You respect is a two-way street. And I believe one of your presenters said that, which I really like. If I am free to attack you and you are attacked, that's not freedom. I just infringed upon your freedom. So freedom is always a two-way street. I'm free and you are free. Your partner, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. You are not controlled and you are supported in an Osso Safe uh, household where you have a good relationship. I want to say that we all deserve to be in a good relationship. True love does not hurt. And some more actionable strategies that I want to leave your audience with. I'll say it again, no pornography. And I'm not talking about erotica. Erotica is about sexual freedom. There's a difference. But pornography, BDSM is all about manipulation, domination, control. Therapy, good therapy. So you may have to try on a few therapists for size. Don't let that discourage you. Not all therapists are created equal. So let you experiment with a few therapists. Let that be okay. Do not fight in front of your children. It is very traumatic. I should know. My parents fought in front of me all the time, and it was always terrorizing. If you are in a heated argument, it's very heated, get distance, go out, just remove yourself and go out for 20 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours until you gain some perspective and you come back and you can discuss it like calm adults. It will definitely go a long way. We need to stop calling females bitches, sluts, whores, tramps, sleazes, floozies, bimbos, thots, skanks, and all the other lovely titles that are given to us because it just gives permission for anyone to attack us. And there's no reason for that. So we need to stop all of those labels. Respect needs to be a practice, and it's something that we focus on, obviously, at Osso Safe. And also something that I've been practice. I mean, I practice everything that I'm mentioning here, that I'm discussing here, but something that I've been doing is let it be okay. Just let it be okay. You just made a wrong turn. Instead of getting upset, let it be okay. Your kid just spilled orange juice all over themselves, and now you have to bring them to school. You're going to be late. Let it be okay. Change the clothes, clean it up, and get to school. Um, Osso Safe Certified Properties is good for everyone's lives and livelihood, and it's good for business all around. Um, we are hopeful and positive, and we hope that we educated and that all of you on this call are also safe at home. I want to thank you, Rose, for this opportunity. I thank you so much. And this was a great platform for us to let everyone know that we exist and our products and services are out there.
Sabrina, it's been an absolute pleasure to reconnect with you, and thank you again for sharing your message about Osso Safe. It's something that I think is so needed in our society today. If you want to reach out to Sabrina, you can find her on Facebook at sabrina.osso.1, on LinkedIn at Sabrina-Osso, with a bunch of numbers behind it, and I won't say what they are, but you can look under Sabrina Osso, you'll find her. She's also got YouTube. Her TEDx talk is on there. She's got an Osso Safe Kids video as well, and her website is ossosafe.com. She's on Twitter, Instagram, and as I said, on her YouTube channel, and she's on TikTok too. And so head over to ossosafe.com, and you'll find a heap of resources on there, and I'm sure that you'll find something that will help you keep Osso safe. Sabrina, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to reconnecting sometime in the future.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us at the Talking with the Experts Online Business Summit with your host, Rose Davidson. We hope you found the insights and strategies shared by our esteemed presenter valuable. Remember, your journey to success doesn't end here. Keep applying what you've learned, stay connected with our community, and continue to push the boundaries of your business. Until next time, keep thriving and striving for excellence. Goodbye, and see you at our next summit.